Barak Atah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers who are laboring this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you brothers, and you brothers and sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely. Shalom to the movement elect. This lesson will be called The Death of an Empire. Alright? And this epistle is inspired by one, through the breath and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right, but inspired to, the average empire lasts is 250 years. In America, also known as Babylon the Great and other names, right, is Babylon the Great, Nineveh, spiritual Egypt, Sodom, so much of it, right? So, we're coming up to a time, July 4th, where they're going to be commemorating, celebrating, 250 years of their independence, right? We know eventually, this kingdom, which is on borrowed time, because it's 250 years, but they be messing with the calendars. On borrowed time, and they're almost out this bitch. That's why you seeing the seams seeming unsewn. Esau, Edom coming down with a great wrath because they have a short time. Especially against the tribes, right? Showing their colors, showing their horns. But even to you everyday Edomites, man, they look at you as goy, right? Cattle, right? You heard Finkelstein, right? This place is soon is on its last leg, man. Now I'm gonna go here. It's just a quick lesson. Malachi 4:1 reads, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven." All right, so this place is gonna burn as an oven, and all the proud, yeah, right, because Esau, Edom, he's the epitome of the proud, and those that follow after the ways of the devil, right? The devil, he's Satan, your adversary, right? And it reads, "All that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." Right? So this place is not going to be inhabited. It's the line of confusion. It's going to be a line of confusion. You're not going to know what state is what. This place is going up in flames, man. All right? It's going to burn like an oven. It's going to melt with fervent heat. All right? So this man's kingdom is out. Is out of here, man. It's locked in. Excuse me. Jeremiah 50:22, "A sound of battles is in the land and of great destruction." How was the hammer of the whole earth, right? Because Esau, Edom using America as the sword, the hammer of the earth is coming to the end, man. You see, you have with the issues that's going over there in Israel, right? You got the Strait of Hormuz with Iran, right? People now looking at America, Esau, Edom, as the troublemakers they are. The UN doesn't look at even Israel's whole issue, when they don't, feel bad about what happened with the whole hoax, of course, right? These nations are starting to look, especially at Babylon and the small hats over there, as bullies, and now they losing their pizzazz, for word, like their clout that they had, right? But how did they get it? By using that hammer, right? You know, the weapons and war, you know, that's how they got it, right? And it reads, how is the hem of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations, right? So ancient Babylon hasn't become a desolation. It was a precision execution, all right? You can go in the book of Daniel and get those accounts, right? And it reads, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Lord have opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation, right? So, you know, the lasers from the chariots, these thermonuclear missiles are all coming from the Lord. And it reads, but this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, see, in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border upon her storehouses, cast her up as heaps and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left, right? And that's what's going to happen here to America, man. All right, so let's grab that, and then, you know, you can probably end it off of there. Let's go Isaiah 34. Let's start at 8 because it says that vengeance, right? We read in in Jeremiah, Salakia. Isaiah 34 and 8 reads, for this is the day of the Lord's vengeance in the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion, right? Because, you know, Esau, Edom, you know, this says, he that stealeth from man should be put to death. And we're still in Esau, Edom's hands, man. He done steal it from man, right? He didn't touch the apple of the Lord's eye. He's done further the affliction, you know. So it reads, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also, the raven shall dwell in it. These are devil creatures, right? And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So we just read, like in Jeremiah, you know, you're not going to be able to, at one point or another, know what is what, because that line of confusion, because that fire from the thermonuclear missiles, for these ICBM missiles, all right, that's going to be shot upon this place, man. All right. It reads, they shall cast the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. And thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and branches and fortresses thereof. It shall be an habitation of dragons and of court for owls. All right. The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and the satyr shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there and find herself a place of rest. All right. So bottom line, this place will go out with thermonuclear missiles, man. All right. But see, now we got to be hastening the day in the coming of our Lord. I mean, be impatient, but hasten in the coming of our Lord. All right, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, man. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom to the whole elect. Again, you know, time's up for you devils, man. All right, shalom to the whole